Welcome back to the beautiful First United Bank Center in Canyon, Texas, where we are ready for the day's second game. We'll move into the men's bracket with number 4 ranked Colorado Mesa coming into this game 1-1 on the early season. They lost their opener Friday night to West Texas 72-63, defeated Damon last night 76-65. They'll be facing the MSU Moorhead Dragons. Dragons are one of the few teams looking uphill, still looking for their first win, 0-2, having lost to Damon 67-63 Friday night. And then yesterday, they ran into a steamroller in the name of West Texas A&M, dropping an 87-65 decision. Let's quickly meet the starting lineup. First, our designated visitors from Grand Junction, Colorado, the Mesa Mavericks. Starting at a guard, Christopher Speller, a 6'5 redshirt freshman from Denver, averages 7.5 points, 4 rebounds. Second guard, Reese Johnson, 6'3 redshirt freshman from Windsor, Colorado. Johnson averages 6.5 points, 3 boards. The third guard, the guy that brings energy to the floor, Max Reneker, 6'5 redshirt freshman from Steamboat Springs, Colorado. He averages 12 points, 3.5 rebounds. He had 17 last night against Damon. The fourth guard, Georgie Dancer, 6'4 senior from Modesto, California, averaging 6.5 points, 2 boards. And the fifth guard, 6'7 redshirt senior from Aurora, Colorado, Jared Small. Small averaging 3.5 points, 5 rebounds a game. Mavericks in their 4th season under head coach Mike DeGeorge. MSU Moorhead representing the Northern Sun Conference in their 12th year under Chad Walthall. They will start at a guard, Lorenzo McGee, 6'5 junior from Decatur, Georgia. He was a first-team All-Northern Sun and the Northern Sun Newcomer of the Year a year ago. 10.5 points, 5.5 rebounds. The two guard, and he likes to shoot the three, Jacob Beninja, 6-foot freshman from Maple Grove, Minnesota. Beninja averages 13 points, 2.5 rebounds. His older brother played for the Dragons. His younger brother is currently on the team as well. Gavin Baumgartner is a guard, a 6'4 junior from Plymouth, Minnesota. Baumgartner averages 8 points, 6 rebounds a game. Simon Sam, 6'4 junior from Fargo, North Dakota, lines up at guard, averaging 6.5 points, 3.5 rebounds. And rounding out the starting 5, they list him as a forward. He's a big guy, 6'7 sophomore, Dane Zimmer from Hopkins, Minnesota. Zimmer averages 5.5 points, 5.5 rebounds. Our officiating crew tonight, Tommy Johnson, Nick Atwood, and Ryan Huber are wearing the stripes. The Mavericks in their road dark black with the maroon Colorado Mesa and numeral outlined in white. The Dragons in the all white with the very stylistic MSU Moorhead logo and the red outlined in black.
And you in your Hawaiian shirt, by the way, Magnum PI today.
There we go. They're saying that the original toss-up went off center, so they're going to do it again.
Happy Halloween to everybody.
Ryan Huber puts it up, and the Dragons have first possession in the white, going from our left to our right. Here's Sam on the wing. Switch it left side to McGee. McGee drives in the paint, off the glass. Strong drive to open the game.
That's what MSU Moorhead wants to do. They want to have a strong start offensively, because we saw them do that in the second half, and they are able to get into the paint.
Small cross court to Johnson, almost intercepted by Beninja. Small on the wing to Johnson. Now Dancer outside. 7 on the shot clock. McGee guarding Dancer, gets a screen from Reneker, loses the ball out of bounds. Last touched by the Mavericks.
Yeah, in the game yesterday for Moorhead, only one player scored in double figures, and that was Jacob Beninja with the 20 points. They shot 33% from the field, and expect them to be a lot better, more efficient offensively here today.
Here's the feed inside to Zimmer. Backs down, gets hammered from up here. But they say it was all ball. Vikings, Dragons basketball. Why do I want to call them the Vikings? Not good.
Well, that's
just because you're from Minnesota and the Cowboys are playing.
Exactly.
Yes. Nice inlet feed. There's a hard foul on Gavin Baumgartner, who'll go to the line, shooting twice. Foul is going to go against the Mavericks. And that's Georgie Dancer picking up his first, team's first.
Yeah, that one a good inbound play where they get a cutter coming to the basket and an obvious foul call there. Good start here for the Dragons.
Second shot by Baumgartner is good. MSU Moorhead scoring 65 and 63 in their first two games. Likes to keep control of the tempo, and here we see Baumgartner with the steal, brings it down himself, little floater, can't get it to fall. Reneker with the rebound and the handoff to Dancer. Dancer goes underneath, pulls back out. Zimmer swats the ball away and out of bounds. Mavericks basketball to the right of their bucket. Georgie Dancer to inbound. And he gets it into Speller, guarded by Sam, pulls it out, shot clock at 15. Speller kicks it in the corner. The ball was deflected out of bounds. 12 on the shot clock.
Both these teams with some length, not only inside but from the guard positions.
Inbounds comes to Speller. 8 on the shot clock. Reneker with the screen. Now the give to Reneker. It goes up for the shot, and it's stolen away by Lorenzo McGee.
And he committed the sin of bringing that ball down.
Don't put it down around the knees of the big guys. There's a miss and a rebound for Small. Early going, 4-0 MSU Moorhead with the lead. Turnaround jumper by Jared Small is good.
Mesa's first points today.
17:35 to play in the first. Very early in this ball game. And now we've got a screen away. They're going to get Dane Zimmer.
Yeah, an illegal screen.
He set a pick out top and then rolled off.
Yeah, when he gets Simon, number 13.
Simon Sim?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was setting that down screen, and really the defender kind of crashes through him. I just thought that was a play on. Didn't look like it was an illegal screen necessarily, but that's what the call was.
Here's Reneker, feeds Johnson. Bounce pass in the paint. It's picked off by Sim. Gives it back to Beninja. Baumgartner feeds Zimmer. Ball loose. Moorhead regains possession. Mavericks in man defense. Baumgartner tries to split a pair of Mavericks. Does, but his shot won't fall. Outlet to Dancer. He's got some colorful shoes on today. Dancer off the glass. Won't go.
Whoa.
There's Reneker with the follow.
He's so explosive. Saw him get a couple of those dunks yesterday. This one just follows the basketball and is able to get the putback, flush it home.
Fun player to watch. Here's McGee outside, guarded by Reneker. Lob.
24 wasn't ready for it.
Yeah, Zimmer wasn't on the same page there, but Reese Johnson was, and he took it the other way. Here's Small, left-handed floater won't go. Zimmer with the rebound. 4-4 our score. We're nearly 4 minutes into this game. Baumgartner, his three's off the mark. McGee comes in, gets the offensive rebound. Puts it back up. No, but he'll go to the line shooting twice.
Great effort. Lorenzo McGee, transfer from Nicholls State. Originally out of Decatur, Georgia. Not much scoring, but a lot of hard play so far.
We're at the 15:57 mark with a timeout, tied at 4. You're watching the D2CCA Tipoff Classic, sponsored by Suddenlink.
Welcome to MetaDrive Pharmacy, Canyon's hometown pharmacy for over 32 years. We greet you by name, and our pharmacists take the time to counsel you and answer all your questions. Our Health Mart pharmacy specializes in serving our community with fast, friendly, professional service and the highest quality medicines and health products. We accept most insurance plans, including Medicaid and Medicare, and we offer free in-town delivery to your home or business. Come visit us for all your healthcare needs.
This is what a new heart valve looks like. This is what a bypassed artery looks like. And this is what a repaired aortic aneurysm looks like. The BSA Heart and Vascular team is here to help you live life to the fullest. From our state-of-the-art cardiac technologies to our dedicated heart specialists, our goal is to help you take the very best care of your heart so you can enjoy everything else that matters to you. BSA for life.
Our score, we're all tied 4 apiece here for Colorado Mesa and Minnesota State Moorhead in the early going. The Dragons and the Mavericks doing battle on Halloween. We're glad to have you with us here on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network. Day 3 as we wrap up the D2CCA Tipoff Classic. Brought to you by Suddenlink. Lorenzo McGee at the free throw line, the junior from Decatur, Georgia, makes the first one.
McGee had 12 points yesterday against Damon's Wildcats. Opened the tournament with 9.6 boards Friday night against West Texas. He's up to 4. He's got 4 of Moorhead's 6. Here's Speller, gives it off to Johnson, backs in on Beninja. Corner, three-pointer, Christopher Speller, no good. Rebound brought down by Berg, who's in the lineup now for the Dragons.
And the hustle from Reneker, Kent, is going to give the ball right back to the Mavericks. Just got his hands in on that basketball, tied up Berg, and Mesa will inbound.
Jesse Berg, a 6'10 junior from Audubon, Minnesota, averaging 3.5 points and 3 rebounds. Dancer thought about it. Now he feeds Reneker in the paint for the flush.
Great cut and a perfect find. Great court vision on that pass.
Guy's just a redshirt freshman.
Yeah. That was pretty there.
I mean, half their team are redshirt freshmen. They've got a great future.
And give credit to Dancer on that nice dime.
Here's Baumgartner, wants to spin, working hard against Johnson, puts it up, no good. Offensive board by Berg, and he's going to be fouled.
Yeah, they get small on the hack, so Berg gets some free throws. It's about as patient as you could be on that play that time, too, for Baumgartner. Kent, he spun left, spun right, came back, put the shot up.
Here you see it. Berg with the rebound, goes up, hit from behind, makes the first of his 2 free throws. And he knocks them both down. Mavericks basketball, trailing by 2. Here's Dancer, feeds Johnson for 3. It went in and came out.
Would you say today is a spooky bounce there?
Bryce Hirschfeld, 6-foot junior from Browerville, Minnesota, brings the ball up court, pull up from 15, and he knocks it down.
Nothing spooky about that one. It was straight through the net.
Here's Speller, has his shot rejected, but body contact is going to be called, and they're going to get Jesse Berg with his first. Team foul number 2 against the Dragons.
There it is. Yeah, he tried to go up high to block that shot, but he was shielded off. Good offensive play that time by Spiller.
First shot rims out, no good.
All right, Kent, the young man coming in now for Mesa, had a great performance last night off the bench. That's
Trevor
Baskin.
Yeah. 17 points against the Wildcats. He's averaging 11.5 for the tournament. Speller's second shot is good.
Also coming on the floor, Blaze Threet. One of our favorites this weekend. Of course, Dad Sedell Threet. We talked about him. And if you're watching Sedell, yes, we got that basketball card from when you played in the NBA. There's a foul on the baseline. Nope, did this out of bounds?
Yeah, they just called it an out of bounds. Good defensive play by Reese Johnson. Forced the issue.
But Blaze Threet, 6'4", 220. I mean, he's a good-looking redshirt freshman out of Scottsdale, Arizona. Bright future for this young man.
Strong build. Brings the ball up court. Goes in the corner to Owen Coons. Coons drives baseline.
He could have shot that one.
Instead, tried to force it to Reese Johnson in the corner for the three. Goes out of bounds. Mavericks to inbound. Georgie Dancer. Gets it into Threet. Little push off there. Threet drives in, kicks out to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Johnson gets it outside to Coons. Here's Threet with 2 on the clock. He won't get the shot off. It's blocked by Baumgartner.
That was great defense by the Dragons.
And a foul. This will go against Blaze Threet. His first, team's fourth. Yeah, when Threet got the ball and the clock's ticking down, Gavin Baumgartner just manned right up on him.
Nothing he could do. He went straight up and blocked that shot. Not the possession that Mike DeGeorge wanted to see from the Mavericks. So Moorhead gets it back with a 3-point lead.
Here's Baumgartner. Lob inside to Berg.
Nice.
Just goes up with the big hook.
As long as you keep it up there, nobody's taking it from you, Berg.
Five-point lead for the Dragons. Dancer tried to find Baskin. Missed him, but Reese Johnson was there to pick it up. Kicks it outside to Threet. Shot clock at 10. 13 minutes to play here in the first half. Threet gets a screen from Baskin. Now drives in. Finds Baskin underneath. Goes up and is called for the charge and goes down hard on his left shoulder.
Yeah, I think they're going to get Threet with the charge after he crashed in, dished the ball off. But unfortunately, Baskin is the one who's coming up hobbled. That's where the charge happened. And then he kind of, Baskin hit the side of one of the Dragon players there.
And we're going to have a monitor review to see what led to Baskin going down so hard.
Let's look at that if we can one more time.
As Baskin goes off, he's kind of favoring his left leg.
You're going to see Threet commit the charge first coming in. This is what they call with the ball. There's the charge, and then here's Baskin.
Oh, they're going to look to see if Berg undercut him.
Okay.
And just from what we saw, I don't know what Nick Atwood and Tommy Johnson see. He inadvertently backed up.
Nothing intentional.
But they're going to look to see if he backed up intentionally to undercut.
Stops the clock with 12:51 to play in the first half, and Minnesota State Moorhead with the lead, 12-7. Yeah, let's step aside for a quick 30-second timeout. We'll come back with the decision from this review here. 12-7 lead for MSU Moorhead. We're back after these messages on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
It's got the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of, and now it's here. First Financial Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly, local approval. It's service that just comes naturally to us, much like a love of tradition comes naturally to you. First Financial Bank, you first. Member FDIC.
Jenkins Doors and Windows began serving the Texas Panhandle in 1927, and we take pride in being a part of your neighborhood. We don't use false promises or gimmicks. We simply offer quality doors and windows at a fair price, and we stand behind every sale. Jenkins.
Well, they called a personal foul on the Dragons' Gavin Baumgartner, but it wasn't flagrant.
He looked surprised.
And here we thought it was going to be a charge, and they reversed the call and called a block.
Okay. We saw that on day one in the women's.
Inbounds comes in to Kuntz. He misfires from short range down at the other end quickly. The Dragons get the basketball.
Berg wants it.
Gabe Myron finds it to Berg. Big guy goes up. He's got that shot working today.
Your post player gets position like that and, intently.
Solid foundation. You get him the ball, it goes up.
Exactly. Throw it to him.
Dancer forces one inside looking for Reneker. There's too many Dragons in there. Baumgartner kicks it on the wing to Gatdor Queth. Queth underneath puts it off the glass and in, and the MSU Moorhead on a little bit of a run here, 16-7. Got a 12-3 run going. Here's three, kicks it outside. Johnson's two is an air ball, and it's going to go out of bounds.
Yeah, the Mavericks had a good start, and then they have gone cold.
And we've got a full timeout. 11:45 to play in the first half. MSU Moorhead leads 16-7. You're watching the D2CCA Tipoff Classic, sponsored by Sudden Link.
This is a walk-on athlete. They train longer, put their heart into the game. This is the passion we're built on. It's why we put our heart into creating game day with a taste of Louisiana. Walk-ons, we live for this.
A 6-0 run by Minnesota State Moorhead over the last minute and 11 seconds. They're 4 of their last 4 from the field, and so that's where we get our score right now, 16-7. Dragons with the lead over Colorado Mesa. And right now Mesa needing to find their offense. They've turned it over a few times as well.
Mesa just 3 of 11 from the floor, 27%. The Dragons 5 of 12. Neither team has turned the ball over an abundance of times. It's been a clean game. And there Baumgartner misfires trying to find Berg on a release. Threw it a little strong out of bounds. Here's a three from the right wing. Checking into the lineup for the Mavericks, Isaac Jessup lights it up. Cuts it to a 6-point margin at 16-10. Ersfeld in the paint, puts it up, and it rolls right over the rim and falls through.
That's a strong move for a 6-foot guard amongst the tower in there.
There's Speller to Small, back to Speller. Spins working on Ersfeld. Kicks it out to Small. His three is perfect. Jared Small with 5 points.
And that's the way to get back in it, right? Can't just start making some threes.
It is. You're down by 5 now. 18-13. Myron to Berg.
Great hands by the big man.
And a quick release there.
Just picked it up quickly, and as you said, just
bumps the lead back up to 7. Three drives by everyone, but can't get the ball to go off the glass. Small with the offensive board. And we're going to have a charge. You saw Christopher Speller drive in on Gabe Myron, and he got that elbow up. And
some excitement from
that's
the freshman
what he was
there
guilty
defensively.
of.
That was a good play to step across and take that charge. Not easy to do. Here's a look at it.
Watch the elbow. And these have been a fun 3 days.
It has been.
We kind of get to do it again in a couple weeks with the LSC RMAC Challenge, and then after Thanksgiving, that traditional WT Thanksgiving Classic. 3 tournaments in November. Turnaround by Myron. No good. That's Zimmer over there trying to get it. Can't.
Some strong bodies going after the basketball right there. A little collision, and at the end, it's Reneker that is able to save it for his team and give the ball back to Mesa.
There's a shot, won't go down. Rebound by Zimmer. Yeah. Reneker trying to tie him up, but I think he may have been a little over-exuberant. And for Mac Reneker, that'll be his first personal. Team foul number 6 against the Mavericks. Moorhead's basketball leading by 7 at 20-13. Just under 10 here, and there's a steal by Baskin. Takes it in and is fouled.
Good to see Baskin back there. He took a tumble earlier and a little banged up. Baskin 6'8", but can put it on the floor. He can also shoot the 3.
Very slender build. Looks like if he was standing outside this past Thursday when we had those 60-mile-an-hour winds, he'd be in the next parking lot. But he was not afraid to go in against the big guys. Yeah, Thursday when these teams arrived, they didn't know what to make of the Texas Panhandle. We had sustained 40-mile gusts up to 60. That's normally what we have in March and April, not in late October. But the past 2 days have been absolutely beautiful, and everybody has had a wonderful time in the Amarillo Canyon area when they haven't been at the gym, and when they have been at the gym, it's been a great basketball tournament.
Well, yesterday was a beautiful day for golf. We got done and went outside, and I thought, this is incredible weather.
There's a nice feed from Jessup, trying to find Reneker, but there to knock it away, Dane Zimmer. 3 to inbound for the Mavericks. Looking to lob it in to Jessup. Fresh shot clock. Mavericks trailing by 6. Jessup tried to bounce it to Reneker. Too many Dragons. Zimmer comes up with the outlet to Ersfeld. Dragons trying to push the pace. Here's Beninja. Little jumper, but he was fouled. This is going to go against Isaac Jessup.
Isaac Jessup, first.
It's his first personal, team foul number 7.
Dragons will be in the bonus.
Here we'll see it.
This is a 2-shot opportunity.
No doubt.
For Jacob Beninga.
Beninga knocks down the first, his first point of the day, averaging 13 during the tournament. His high game was yesterday when he was the highest scorer for MSU Moorhead with 20 against West Texas.
Talk about all the good basketball we've seen in Division II basketball. Yesterday, 2 different men's games where Division II teams beat Division I teams. Point Loma defeated Pepperdine in an exhibition game, 77-50. On the other one, it was Ashland University, as the ball goes out of bounds and will stay with the Mavericks. Ashland defeated Valparaiso.
Valpo, a member of the Missouri Valley, and Pepperdine out in the West Coast Conference, mixing it up with St. Mary's and Gonzaga every year. But those are exhibition games, but still a good test for where your team stands.
We saw Point Loma Nazarene a few years ago at the Elite 8.
Yeah.
The Sea Lions.
Yes. Jessup, cross court to Baskin. Threes too strong. Look who comes up with it. Reneker just ripped it out of the arms of Beninja and goes up for the bucket.
Toughness again, and we got a bench warning. that was just given to the Dragons.
Yeah, Chad Walthall.
And look at this again. This is just toughness from Renneker. I mean, that's after he got the rebound. I don't know if he wanted to foul before, but he goes in and just takes it away from 3 players.
Yeah, Walthall chewing at the officials, but I think part of it may be frustration in his team's inability to get a defensive rebound in that particular situation. We've got a timeout on the floor, 8 minutes on the mark remain in the first half. Dragons leading the Mavericks 22-16. You're watching the D2 Collegiate Commissioners Association Tipoff Classic, sponsored by Suddenlink.
When joints begin to fail, it's more than an inconvenience. The relentless grinding pain slows you down and can even stop you from doing the things you enjoy in life. At Physicians Surgical Hospitals, our skilled orthopedic experts are using advanced robotic surgeries to get you back to being you sooner with a less painful recovery. We're doing more than restoring joints. We're restoring lives.
A smile.
Eight minutes to play in the first. The Dragons of MSU Moorhead shooting 46%, 7 of 15. Hey, Mesa just a tick behind, 6 of 17 from the floor. Dragons have not hit a 3. Mavericks have 2 of 6, but the Dragons 8 of 8 from the line. Colorado Mesa 2 of 4. MSU Moorhead out rebounding Colorado Mesa 13-7. Here's Zimmer. Has his arm hit as he goes up, but that no foul.
Yeah, that probably could have been called a foul.
Because you heard the slap?
Yeah.
Here's Coons. Finds Baskin. Kicks it back outside to Threet. Threet guarded by McGee. Gets a screen from Baskin. 10 on the shot clock. Baskin at the block. Double teamed. Outside to Dancer. For 3. Won't go.
It was a great pass.
Sam with the rebound. Gives it to Beninga. Give and go. Zimmer to Beninga. Off the glass. Missed the iron. Threet has it, but doesn't have numbers. Doesn't matter.
Strong move to the 10 that time for Threet. 1 on 3, and you said it didn't matter. Found a way to finish at the rim.
Threet and the Mavericks cut the Dragons' margin to 4. Trying to feed McGee underneath, but Baumgartner has the ball knocked out of bounds. As the officials track down the
How do I get
basketball.
that ball back?
It goes in the hole, and then it rolls into the pro shop, and you're done.
It's a maze. Yeah, it's like putt-putt. Right?
Putt-putt.
Nope, not getting that one
How
back.
do we think of this stuff, Lucas?
Go get another one. Go get another one of those.
Here's McGee open. He'll take a step back 3 and knocks it down. Yeah, you always miss the last shot on number 18 at putt-putt so you can keep playing.
We talked about the orange basketballs, the new look this year. You wonder what the players think of this, the new style. And
it's got a different feel to it than what the old ball did.
In being a little tackier, you think, or opposite?
Balls are so tacky, it's like you could throw them on the wall and they'll stick, but it's the texture is different.
Okay. And see, I think the shooter wants it to be a little slick, but if it's tacky, then you can palm that thing.
Well, and that's the deal. I can palm the men's ball, and it's sometimes used to be difficult for me to do that. Here's Dancer, takes it to the hole, but Berg says, not now, my friend.
Big block there for Berg. Look at this one. Easy shot, right?
Man, no body contact at all. Just went up and swatted it away. Bryce Hirschfeld back in the game, replacing Beninga. Deep pass in to Baskin, who tracks it down in the backcourt. Gives it to Threet, and we're off to the races. Puts it up. It won't go, but he taps the rebound out to Kuntz. Small for 3, and that's the hot spot for the Mavericks.
He's got a nice release on his three-point shot. It's high, hard to block, and it was on target that time.
4-point game at 25-21 as we're under 6 to play in the first. Sim and Baumgartner trying to do the give and go, but the ball was just a little too high.
A little momentum with Colorado Mesa after Small hits the 3. He's got 8 points. On the other side, Berg pacing Moorhead with 8 points.
Here's Baskin, gets Berg up in the air and misses the layup. Quickly at the other end, McGee takes it in. Blocked by Small, ball goes out of bounds.
Good contest at the rim.
And McGee didn't have the best of angles for that shot, and he's tapping his chest. He knows that he might have been better off dishing that ball off. He goes at it again. Yes, and one.
He's holding his eye, too.
Yeah.
He may need a sub here, or at least a towel or something. Look at this again.
That's his second team foul number 8.
He's in some pain.
Yeah, Tommy Johnson says you got to shoot first.
Yeah, the assistant coach over there said, yeah, go shoot the free throw.
Close one eye.
And not sure if McGee wears contacts, but sometimes you see that happen, obviously.
And that's painful when that contact gets dislodged. McGee 2 for 2 from the line.
Hey, pretty good there.
Blurry vision, nonetheless, and he'll stay in the game. 7-point Dragon lead, 58-21. Here's a 3, Small. Can't get it to go. Berg with the rebound. Outlets to McGee. 5 to play here in the first. 28-21 our score. MSU Moorhead on top of Colorado Mesa. Baumgartner, he's going to drive the lane, puts up a left-handed hook and gets it. First field goal for the Plymouth, Minnesota native. He has 4. And the Dragon lead up to 9. Matches their highest margin of the game. Here's Baskin in the paint, working on Bird. High off the glass, got it to go.
They needed that shot there. Mesa did. They were on a slump offensively. And I was waiting to see if Reneker was going to get back in the lineup. He will.
Strong drive by Ersfeld. Kicks it outside to McGee for 3. Rims out. 3 with the board. Mavericks pushing the tempo. Now they'll set it up. Coons thinks about it. In the paint. Tries to step under Sam and gets it to fall.
Not only did he spin, absorb some contact, but then he was able to flip it underhand for a really nice score.
Here's Sam. Now McGee on the wing. Guarded by Small. 8 on the shot clock. McGee at the line, kicks it outside. 3 by Ersfeld, misses everything, and it's a shot clock violation.
It was really good half-court defense that time for Mesa.
3:20 to play in the first. We've got a full timeout on the floor. Dragons leading the Mavericks by 5. You're watching the D2CCA Tipoff Classic, sponsored by Sudden Link.
Joints begin to fail. It's more than an inconvenience. The relentless grinding pain slows you down and can even stop you from doing the things you enjoy in life. At Physicians Surgical Hospitals, our skilled orthopedic experts are using advanced robotic surgeries to get you back to being you sooner with a less painful recovery. We're doing more than restoring joints. We're restoring lives.
That's cool. I heard that they called up a kid, but I didn't know who.
Welcome back to the First United Bank Center. The score 30-25. Minnesota State Moorhead still with the lead as the Mavericks of Colorado Mesa have made a run. And the players, they handed the ball to the Mavericks to throw it in. The bench was still on the court, and they said, let's go, guys.
Mavericks basketball. Here's a long three outside, drained. Owen Coons.
And he's
just got 5.
And he's cut it to 2. Oh, great passing. Unselfish play leads to a three-pointer for Ersfeld, but 2 players could have taken shots. Instead, they get a perfect shot.
Yeah. And it's knocked down by Ersfeld. He's got 7. And here's a steal by Ersfeld, doing it at both ends. He'll take it all the way in.
Yep.
Draws the block and 1.
Yeah, defender was still moving. Tried to take a charge there, but that's the right call. And then some muscle to finish that shot.
Foul's going to go against Reese Johnson, his first. Mavericks 8th. Ersfeld at the line. He just hit a 3, and then he makes the steal at one end and gets the old-fashioned 3 on the ensuing possession. And suddenly it's back to an 8-point gap. Threet driving. Little floater. Won't fall. Berg taps the rebound to Bumgartner. The outlet cross court to Myron. Goes in strong, but puts the shot up a little too strong. Baskin the other way. Loses the ball. It's going to go out of bounds.
Quick hands defensively for the Dragons that time. And that's what you were saying earlier with Baskin. He'll continue to put on some weight, and right now just kind of getting pinballed around as he drives in the paint.
Here's Ersfeld, takes it to the rack. 12 points in the first half, coming off the bench. 10-point lead for the Dragons, 38-28. Here's Renneker, forces one up, won't go. 3 takes the rebound away from Berg. Threet in the corner, drives, extends the ball out, misses, but Renneker with the offensive board. His putback won't go. Renneker gets it again and loses it out of bounds.
They fought hard underneath the basket that time, but could not finish.
Renneker is so active under the boards. Standing 6'5". Coming up at the half, Lucas will visit with Lady Buffs head coach Josh Prock. Get a preview on this afternoon's game. Lady Buffs and the Dogs of Southwestern Oklahoma State. Here's Queth on the wing. Driving on Baskin, kicks outside to Ersfeld. He'll try a 3 that won't go. Baskins with the rebound. Gives it to 3 quickly to Renneker.
Yeah, Mason needs to get this under 10 before halftime.
Inside of a minute. 20 on the shot clock. Renneker shoots a 3, rattles around.
I thought it was going to pop out.
Dead rim, and it falls through.
And a quick steal by Baskin.
Renneker with 9. Here's Threet driving in. He'll be fouled.
Chad Walthall felt like there was a foul when Baskin made that steal.
Jesse Berg commits his second personal. Just the 4th MSU Moorhead team foul. Blaze Threet at the line. He'll shoot a pair. First shot, knocked it down. Dane Zimmer back in the lineup, replacing Bird at the 5 spot as Blaze Threet steps to the line for his second. With the same result, made them both 4. for the Scottsdale, Arizona native. 6-point game, 38-32, 30 seconds to play here in the first. Queth. Up top to Myron, now it's Ersfeld on the wing. Right side to Baumgartner, lob inside to Zimmer. Queth, he'll drive. Nowhere to go, he's going to have to shoot soon. 3 on the shot clock. Queth puts it up. Barely grazes the iron, and the Mavericks get the rebound with 3 seconds to play from midcourt. 3 comes up short, and we have reached the half of a very entertaining game between MSU Moorhead and Colorado Mesa, with the Dragons taking a 38-32 lead into the halftime locker room. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll break down the first half, give you the stats. Lucas will visit with Lady Buff head coach Josh Prock. You're watching the D2CCA Tipoff Classic, sponsored by Suddenlink.
For 90 years, the Lone Star Conference has been committed to excellence. What began in 1931 as a 5-team conference has grown to 18 institutions spanning 4 states. And while membership has changed, the pursuit of athletic success and academic excellence has never wavered. 119 national championships, over 2,000 All-Americans, and nearly 300 academic All-Americans. Celebrating 90 years of success, this is the Lone Star Conference.
Welcome to MetaDrive Pharmacy, Canyon's hometown pharmacy for over 32 years. We greet you by name, and our pharmacists take the time to counsel you and answer all your questions. Our Health Mart Pharmacy specializes in serving our community with fast, friendly, professional service and the highest quality medicines and health products. We accept most insurance plans, including Medicaid and Medicare, and we offer free in-town delivery to your home or business. Come visit us for all your healthcare needs.
This is a walk-on athlete. They train longer, put their heart into the game. This is the passion we're built on. It's why we put our heart into creating game day with a taste of Louisiana. Walk-ons, we live for this.
When you choose natural gas, chocolate chip cookies get a little tastier. Homes get a little cozier. Bank accounts tend to put on some weight. Towels get fluffier. Showers stay hotter for longer. And our blue planet gets a little greener. When it comes to choosing energy that's clean and efficient, nothing else could be more American. Atmos Energy, your natural gas company.
Welcome back to the First United Bank Center. Halftime score of the second game today. It's Colorado Mesa trailing Minnesota State Moorhead. So the Dragons have the lead 38-32 at the break. Lucas Kinsey alongside head coach for the Lady Buffs basketball team, Josh Prock, who's joining me now. And Josh, your team's set to take on Southwestern Oklahoma State, final game of this D2CCA Tipoff Classic. And before we get into the matchup with the Bulldogs, just your thoughts on how this tournament has gone this weekend and your overall impressions of just the competition, the fans, and everything that you've had this weekend.
It's been a great opening weekend to have, to have this at home, to have your fans get a taste and a feel for what your team is like. And big shout out to our administration, Michael McBroom, and everybody for getting this tournament, here and stuff. And so it's been huge to have it here. I mean, the other teams, I know Drury and Central Missouri completed the tournament, but they both just had high, great things to say about it. So it's been a wonderful tournament. It's been good for us to see where we are, and we got, like you said, we got another one today. So ready to tip it off.
That first game was a good one. 83-80 was the final score. Drury held off a great comeback from Central Missouri, and so it's obviously Halloween, and so that's why I look the way that I do. And Kent Johnson and we've turned a few heads today. I don't know if that was in a great way or not, but it's Halloween today. It's actually Taylor Williams' birthday.
It is Taylor Williams' birthday
today.
Yes,
one of your players for the Lady Buffs, and so we expect to have some fun, to see some fans come out in costumes and things like that. But you obviously want to have fun on the court. You want to see your team continue to improve, and so We saw that yesterday. Great effort in the loss against Drury, and we talked about that post-game, what you saw from your team. Wanted to have fewer turnovers, obviously, than what you had, but that's what Drury's game is. They do that. So today, with Southwestern Oklahoma State, a similar style of play, what's the game plan for your team, for West Texas A&M?
I mean, well, like you said, there's a similar style of play, Lucas, and so we want to be able to take care of the ball. You know, we want to do that. We got to do that better. We want to be able to shoot better. I mean, we got to get better shots. You know, maybe play a little more inside out. I think we have an advantage there. You know, with our inside presence and stuff. So. We just want a more complete game.
Okay.
We thought we had a more complete game against Drury than we did against Central Missouri, and that's the progression that we want to be on. I mean, because now you play another great team today, and then in essence, I mean, I know we have that Baylor game mixed in between there, but you have 2 weeks to really, take from the things that we've learned this weekend and get a lot better, and we will for sure.
In yesterday's loss, Olivia Lewis was outstanding. Really had her kind of in the second game, her coming out party in a Lady Buff uniform. 19 points, 15 rebounds, 3 shot blocks, and so she's been really good defensively for 2 games, but was great offensively as well. And enjoyed getting to visit with her post game. Talk about Olivia and a little bit, Josh, the story of her. She originally was not going to play for this season, but she ended up choosing to do it, and we're certainly glad that she did here at WT.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of last year, obviously being at Eastern, we didn't play last year, so she and I had a discussion. She was interested in going to veterinarian school. Okay. She got accepted into Washington State Veterinarian School, and when she told me that, I kind of figured, okay, we're probably going to lose Olivia. I mean, but then she came back and said she wanted to play, and then, of course, about a month later, I dropped the bomb on her that I went over to West Texas, and about a couple days later, she said she wanted to come. So next thing you know, here she is, a Lady Buff.
Did that surprise you? I mean, getting that call? Or because she has told me, she said, I love Coach Prock, and the same thing that Zan Roberts has said. But, again, the opportunity to continue, going forward in life. But she loves the game of basketball, and she obviously loves playing for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those 50-50 things, Lucas. It did surprise me, but it didn't surprise me. Zam kind of, when I told the girls the news at Eastern, she kind of mentioned she'd like to go right away. I mean, we had to get things figured out here first, but, we were excited that both of them are here. Yeah. It's really helped establish our program. And, the coaches at Central Missouri and Drury, and I mean, they said, we're glad we play you guys now, and not in the future and stuff. So, I mean, I'm excited to see where we go with this team.
How do you feel just 2 games in? Chemistry and those kind of things is going, because, again, we've said it a lot, but this is a brand-new roster. A lot of girls have never played together before. Yesterday, the product looked pretty good, but how's the chemistry?
The chemistry is going great. I mean, these girls get along well. I think the chemistry on the court is what we're still working with. Okay. Off the court, they really get along well. They respect each other. I mean, it's great to see off the court. But on the court, sometimes you'll see where we, make a pass here, it goes right out of bounds, because this girl may be back cutting and getting a better feel for what that girl wants to do.
And that'll get better in a few weeks.
It will get a lot better for sure. Yeah.
Okay, last question before we let you get out of here on the Halloween. So Kent Johnson and I today, we went with 80s TV theme. So he's Magnum PI and I am Knight Rider. Yeah. The car's out in the parking lot if you want to check it out, fans. But if you could have joined in today on the fun, 80s TV. Yeah, who would you have come, or movies from the 80s? Because I know you like the 80s.
Yeah, no, I like the 80s. I probably got to go Kevin Bacon and Footloose, man.
Yes.
Because
everybody cut Footloose.
Everybody always tells me I look like Kevin Bacon, so I wouldn't have to dress up, I guess. I don't think I do, but you look like, okay, whatever. But anyway, I guess I'd have to go the Footloose look.
If you went with Footloose, we'd have to see the dance moves then.
Oh, man.
Josh Prock.
They would never want to watch me coach again.
No?
Well, they may see some today on the sidelines. Who knows?
Okay. Hey, good luck today against Southwestern Oklahoma
State.
Thank
you.
All right.
Appreciate
we'll take a timeout, come back, and we'll have some stats for you here from the First United Bank Center. Halftime score is Minnesota State Moorhead 38, Colorado Mesa 32. We're back after this.
Welcome to MetaDrive Pharmacy, Canyon's hometown pharmacy for over 32 years. We greet you by name, and our pharmacists take the time to counsel you and answer all your questions. Our Health Mart Pharmacy specializes in serving our community with fast, friendly, professional service and the highest quality medicines and health products. We accept most insurance plans, including Medicaid and Medicare, and we offer free in-town delivery to your home or business. Come visit us for all your healthcare needs.
This is what a new heart valve looks like. This is what a bypassed artery looks like. And this is what a repaired aortic aneurysm looks like. The BSA Heart and Vascular Team is here to help you live life to the fullest. From our state-of-the-art cardiac technologies to our dedicated heart specialists, our goal is to help you take the very best care of your heart so you can enjoy everything else that matters to you. BSA for life.
This is a walk-on athlete. They train longer, put their heart into the game. This is the passion we're built on. It's why we put our heart into creating game day with a taste of Louisiana. Walk-ons, we live for this.
Bud Light, proudly brewed
in the heart of Texas. When you choose natural gas, chocolate chip cookies get a little tastier. Homes get a little cozier. Bank accounts tend to put on some weight. Towels get fluffier. Showers stay hotter for longer. And our blue planet gets a little greener. When it comes to choosing energy that's clean and efficient, nothing else could be more American. Atmos Energy, your natural gas company.
How do you make something that's already fresh even fresher? By adding fresh new things, like crisp pico de gallo for a little kick, and creamy cilantro lime sauce for that extra whoa. And pepper jack cheese because, of course, all on top of 2 fresh beef patties, or with chicken on a brioche bun. Whataburger's limited time pico de gallo burger and new pico de gallo chicken sandwiches. Good thing for fresh things. Good thing there's Whataburger.
Welcome to MetaDrive Pharmacy, Canyon's hometown pharmacy for over 32 years. We greet you by name, and our pharmacists take the time to counsel you and answer all your questions. Our Health Mart Pharmacy specializes in serving our community with fast, friendly, professional service and the highest quality medicines and health products. We accept most insurance plans, including Medicaid and Medicare, and we offer free in-town delivery to your home or business. Come visit us for all your healthcare needs.
This is what a new heart valve looks like. This is what a bypassed artery looks like. And this is what a repaired aortic aneurysm looks like. The BSA Heart and Vascular Team is here to help you live life to the fullest. From our state-of-the-art cardiac technologies to our dedicated heart specialists, our goal is to help you take the very best care of your heart so you can enjoy everything else that matters to you. BSA for life.
Well, let's take a quick look at the halftime stats. First for the Mesa Mavericks. First half, 12 of 32 from the field, 37%. They were actually 4 of 10 from three-point range, 40%. And free throws, 4 of 6 for 66%. They committed 8 turnovers. For MSU Moorhead, 13 of 29 from the floors, 44%, 2 of 8 from outside. That's 25%, but they were a perfect 10 of 10. And when the teams left the floor, Lucas, we had the score as 38-33, but there was a questionable bucket by the Mavericks, Owen Coons, that we thought was a 3. And originally it was written up as a 3. They reviewed it, and it went as a 2. So our halftime score,
instead of 5, it's 6,
is actually 38-32 in favor of the Dragons. But you watch the first half, two teams with identical pace of play. Can't say identical styles of play because the Dragons have the inside presence of Zimmer and Berg as true big men, but yet Mesa gets strong inside play from Reneker, who's all over the place.
Yeah, Reneker with 6 points and 4 rebounds in the first half. They've also gotten good production from Threet. 4 points, 5 rebounds. I mean, the rebound count is very even, 18 for Mesa, 19 for MSU Moorhead. One of the things, the shooting percentage right now, heavily in favor of Moorhead with 45% to just 38% for the Mavericks. One of the players that's been kind of carrying Colorado Mesa is Small. He's been able to knock down some three-point baskets. He's got 8 points on 3 of 5 shooting. And then on the other side for MSU Moorhead, 2 players in double figures. Ersfeld with 12 points on 5 of 7 from the field. And then the talented player Lorenzo McGee, 6'5", kind of slasher, 10 points on 3 of 6 from the field. And I think, Kent, they're getting from Berg, also great production from the big man, 8 points, 4 rebounds, 3 of 4 from the field. He's made both of his free throws. So look for MSU Moorhead. He's not going to start, but when Berg comes off the bench, to have a good second half as well.
It's going to be the Dragons basketball to have first possession here in the second half, leading by 8. Not having a win yet, and eager to get one to make that long trip home to Moorhead, Minnesota a little more palatable. Here's Baumgartner, guarded by Dancer. Now on the wing, Benninga to Baumgartner. Underneath to Zimmer, too strong with his move. He goes down, as does Reneker. No foul called. Quickly at the other end, Speller to Small on the wing. Here's Reese Johnson. Fights for a shot. Goes up and over Benninga. Reese Johnson with his first bucket of the afternoon makes it a 4-point contest. Driving hard, Benninga with a nice lay-in. Still 2 more games to go following this one. West Texas A&M's women take on Southwestern Oklahoma State, and then the Buffs men will entertain Damon in the nightcap. Here's Speller, drives in, misses the layup. Rebound comes down to the Dragons. Baumgartner gives it to Benninga. His 3 off the back of the iron. No good. Small with the rebound. Reneker has the ball swatted away. Feisty move by Jacob Benninga. Gives it to Baumgartner. Inside to Zimmer. Left-hand hook, short. Dancer guarded against it. There's Reneker with a deflection, and the Mavericks come up with it.
Tough defense inside by Mesa. Collective effort.
Small on the wing. Give and go with Dancer. Spellerman.
Good pass.
Dishes off to Reneker.
Yeah, he drew 3 defenders, so somebody was open, and he found the right man underneath the bucket.
Yep. 4-point game again at 40-36. Here's McGee. Had a nice first half. Baumgartner way outside on the wing. Distributes to Zimmer. Zimmer on the block, off the glass, and it's short. 3 Mavericks are there to get the rebound, and coming up with it's Reese Johnson. Johnson in the corner, working on Zimmer. misses the shot. Zimmer with the rebound.
Now, right now, Kent, Moorhead has, of the 40 points scored, 22 off the bench.
Baumgartner with a long three.
Ooh, and the official came in and very quickly had some words for Baumgartner. Said, hey, don't trash talk too much there. He hit that three and had some words.
Small on the baseline. Shot blocked.
Yeah, Baumgartner doing it on both ends of the floor.
Baumgartner in the corner. Goes to the paint, looking for someone. Kicks it outside to McGee. Sam has the ball knocked out of bounds. 9 showing on the shot clock. 7-point lead for the Dragons.
So here comes Berg.
Sim to inbound. Gets it into McGee with 7. McGee, long three off the back of the iron, but there's Berg. Has the rebound taken away. They're going to call a foul underneath.
So after Berg had grabbed it, contact was made against Colorado Mesa.
Jared Small picks up his second foul. He came away with the basketball, but not cleanly. Beninga to get it inbounds. He does to Baumgartner. Fresh 20 for the Dragons, and the clock didn't start. Don't know why I happened to look up there and see that. It's like, oh, no.
Second nature for you, Kent.
Yep.
So they'll inbound again. 16-16 to play. Second half action from the First United Bank Center. We appreciate everyone watching the D2CCA Tipoff Classic, sponsored by Sudden Link.
Beninga to Sam. Back to Beninga. Quick release on the three.
Good two-man game there. Give the assist.
He has 7. And it's back up to a 10-point advantage. Dancer tries to find Reneker in the paint, but Mack had moved up top, and the Dragons intercepted the basketball. There's a nice feed from Beninga to Berg, who's hit from behind.
Some crafty ball handling out there from Beninga.
Mac Reneker is going to pick up his second personal. Team second. We're going to have a full timeout on the floor. 46-36, Dragons lead. You're watching the D2CCA Tipoff Classic, sponsored by Sudden Link.
Choosing the right countertops for your kitchen can be tricky. Nowadays, there are hundreds of colors, patterns, and textures and materials that range from natural to engineered stone. Marble Depot is here for you throughout every step of the process. And yes, we do have a lot of options that might make that decision a little harder, but we're also going to ask the right questions so that you get the most out of your investment. So come by our showroom and let us help create what you've been dreaming of.
Back to the D2CCA Tipoff Classic here at the First United Bank Center. We appreciate everyone watching throughout the weekend. It's Halloween, and it is right now a tight matchup. It's been back and forth. Minnesota State Moorhead making a nice run right now, a 6-0 run over the last 133. And so the Dragons lead 46-36.
Mavericks trying hard to get over the hump. They get within 4 and then fall back by 10 again. Going to be a little more, though, as on the inbound, Beninga finds Simon Sam for the easy lay-in. Down at the other end, Reneker takes it right up against Berg and gets the bucket.
And that's the game of the Mavericks right there. Strong drives into the paint. They may need a lot more of that from Reneker to get back in this one.
Here's a three by McGee. And it's an 11-point lead. And that's the biggest lead Moorhead has had tonight, but it doesn't last long as Owen Kuntz answers with a three.
The game sure does change when you start making three-pointers.
It does. You can gain ground quick, and you can make up ground. 10-point game at 51-41. Benninga on the wing. Finds Sam. He'll take the three. Short. Baumgartner had the rebound. Threet took it away. Quickly ahead to Baskin. Outside to Coons. Drives in. And we've got a charge.
Colorado Mesa disagrees. The offensive player out of control. You got to look and see if the defensive player is set. I think we've got to look in the replay here.
Coming at you.
Okay, Mesa may have had an argument because it does look like the defender is still coming over. That's exactly what.
That's what Mike DeGeorge is saying. He's sliding. A 10-point game with 14:10 to play in the second. MSU Moorhead looking for their first win in the tournament, first of the season. There's Jesse Berg with the turnaround. He's got double figures now. Threet with a three. Won't go. And it'll be the Dragons basketball.
Yeah, it's just throughout the game it's been too much of a struggle offensively for the Mavericks. And that's why they're still in this double-digit deficit right now.
MSU Moorhead has nice inside-outside play. They've
do.
got the big guys inside, but they've got guys like Benninga, Myron, and Baumgartner who can nail the three. That one's going to be a little off, but they get the rebound. Gattor Queth to Ersfeld. He can hit the three as well. Shot clock at 10. Ersfeld finds Queth on the reverse. Little too strong.
Yeah, we're seeing, for MSU Moorhead, we're seeing the team that Tom Brown and Chris Gove were telling us about, Kent, saying, hey, this team coming over from MSU Moorhead, they could probably be ranked too.
Reneker misses, but hustling to get that rebound, Trevor Baskin. Threet drives in, distributes to Reneker, goes up strong, and it's going to be Jesse Berg picking up the foul, his third. Just the first team foul of the second half against MSU Moorhead. Excuse me. Yeah, that's his third. And he'll be replaced by Dane Zimmer. Lawrence McGee also sits down with Gabe Myron in the lineup. Reneker's free throws are good. So it remains at 10 with Moorhead having possession. Here's Myron, loses the ball, knocked away by Reneker, controlled by Dancer. Quickly ahead to Coons. Cross court to Baskin, who lays it in nicely.
Good finish. The Mavericks won't go away. They cut it to 8.
Dragons passing it around the perimeter. Queth to Benninga. Back to Queth. Benninga. Queth again on the elbow. Drives in. Gets Reneker in the air. Goes up and one.
Excellent offense on display there for Gatdor Queth, the senior from Des Moines, Iowa.
We've got a break after we watch this.
Patience.
Mac Reneker, guilty of his third personal. We'll go to the line for the and one when we come back after this. You're watching the D2CCA Tipoff Classic, sponsored by Suddenlink.
For 90 years, the Lone Star Conference has been committed to excellence. What began in 1931 as a 5-team conference has grown to 18 institutions spanning 4 states. And while membership has changed, the pursuit of athletic success and academic excellence has never wavered. 119 national championships, over 2,000 All-Americans, and nearly 300 academic All-Americans. Celebrating 90 years of success, this is the Lone Star Conference.
WT student athletes drink low-fat chocolate milk post-workout because it helps replenish and restore muscles quickly to their peak potential. Scientific studies suggest that the immediate benefits of low-fat chocolate milk include boosted performance, improved training, and higher recovery rates in athletes. Add low-fat chocolate milk to your post-workout routine.
Go Bucks!
Happy Halloween, everyone. We hope you're enjoying your day today. We hope you're enjoying the basketball on display here at the First United Bank Center. Lucas Kinsey alongside Kent Johnson, your director for this one today, Jacob Griffin. And our score, 55-45, MSU Moorhead with the 10-point lead. They can make it 11, and they do. Queth completes that
three-point play in unison. Hey, there you go.
That's what happens when you get Knight Rider and Magnum P.I. together for a basketball game.
Baskin kicks out the Dancer. He's out of control, slips down, loses the ball. Queth takes it all the way, won't go. There's Baskin with the rebound. Outlet to Threet. Mavericks on the run. Cross court, they get it in the corner to Dancer. On top to Coons. His three is drained.
Kent, beautiful basketball. Passing, perfect.
You got to like that.
Textbook.
And we're back to an 8-point advantage.
And again, in the old days, you run the break and you say, you will never take a three-point shot on a fast break. Well, now you do, and that's why.
There's Queth outside, Baumgartner rather. Ersfeld, no good.
Three was halfway down.
Dancer quickly ahead to Coons. He took a step.
Yep.
Thought about the three, pump faked, took a step while he was thinking about it. 56-48, 10:53 to play in the second.
Got 2 more games after this one. It'll be the West Texas A&M Lady Buffs that will take on Southwestern Oklahoma State following this one. And then the last game back to the men's action. WT, number 3 ranked team in the country, will take on Damon College.
Lady Buffs looking for their first win of the season. And with this tournament field, it's difficult.
Yep.
Here's Baumgartner. They get it inside to Zimmer. Cross court to Myron.
Quick
Shot
hands.
clock at 10. Ersfeld to Baumgartner from 15, short. Rebound comes down, and the Dragons get it. Fresh 20. From up top, a three by Bryce Ersfeld.
Yeah, Ersfeld made the Mavericks pay for not being able to grab that loose ball.
And all the work the Mavericks did to get inside of 10, and now it's bumped up to an 11-point lead. And we're going to have a block called on Bryce Ersfeld. It's just his first personal. Team foul number 2 against the Dragons.
15 points today for Ersfeld, Kent. 6 of 8 shooting.
He had 10 Friday night against Damon. Threet at the line, looking. Kicks it outside to Kuntz for 3, no good. Dragons come away with the rebound and promptly lose it. Baskin the other way. Stops at the block and is pushed.
Yeah, ball poked free, but some contact in the process. He got Baumgartner with the foul.
Number 12 gets his second, third team foul against the Dragons. MSU Moorhead leads it 59-48. 9.5 to play here in the second. Final day of the D2CCA Tipoff Classic, sponsored by Suddenlink. Here's Jessup. Tied up.
Good D.
Tried to find Coons, couldn't. Sim gets it to McGee, who lays it in.
Yeah, right now we're seeing MSU Moorhead really playing comfortable on both sides of the ball.
Threet. Cross court to Coons, drives in, gets up in the air, and he'll go to the line.
Minnesota State Moorhead foul.
And Nick Atwood thinks it's a shooting foul, and MSU Moorhead says it's not. And
Yeah.
I don't know that the ball was ever in the act of shooting. He got in the air.
Honestly, I didn't think it was a foul.
And looked like he didn't have anywhere to go.
That's what I thought. The player was just kind of out of control and lost the ball.
We may go take a look at this one. We'll see here.
If you're going to call a foul, I don't think it's a shooting foul.
Yeah. He got in there and looked like he was twisting, looking for someone to distribute to.
Well, and he looked unsure of whether he was going to pass it off or shoot it. And so
Here we go. Let's take a look here.
Yeah.
See, he was passing to Threet.
Right. And so they did get the call correct. It will not be free throws. Good job on the replay there.
Here's Threet again in the paint. In the corner, 3 launched, no good. Coming away, Kuntz gets it outside the 3. Had the 3, passed it up. Now he drives the lane and takes a step.
Yeah, he had 2 opportunities to put up a three-pointer, but Threet's game is really more to drive it into the paint. They get too big of a deficit that Mavericks might be forced into taking more threes. Trailing by 13 right now with 8:45 left in this ball game.
Sim to McGee. Long 3, Ersfeld, knock it down.
Yeah, he's unconscious right now.
He is up to 18 points.
And it's an 8-0 run here for the Dragons.
Dancer gets inside and puts it in. Ersfeld brings the Dragons up court, leading by 14 as we approach the 8-minute mark. Mesa in a zone right now. They get it inside to Zimmer, who lays it off the glass.
Strong move for Zimmer. That's his first points today. He was 0 for 6 from the field before that one, but he does have 6 rebounds. This is a talented team, Kent. This team looks a lot different than we saw yesterday.
There's a strong drive by Blaze Threat. 3 gets it, and the bonus. After we come back from this timeout, 7:43 to play, second half. MSU Moorhead leads it 66-52. You're watching the D2CCA Tipoff Classic, sponsored by Suddenlink.
Welcome to MetaDrive Pharmacy, Canyon's hometown pharmacy for over 32 years. We greet you by name, and our pharmacists take the time to counsel you and answer all your questions. Our Health Mart Pharmacy specializes in serving our community with fast, friendly, professional service and the highest quality medicines and health products. We accept most insurance plans, including Medicaid and Medicare, and we offer free in-town delivery to your home or business. Come visit us for all your healthcare needs.
This is what a new heart valve looks like. This is what a bypassed artery looks like. And this is what a repaired aortic aneurysm looks like. The BSA Heart and Vascular team is here to help you live life to the fullest. From our state-of-the-art cardiac technologies to our dedicated heart specialists, our goal is to help you take the very best care of your heart so you can enjoy everything else that matters to you. BSA for life.
All right, we have 7:43 left in this ball game. The score, MSU Moorhead looking strong in this one today, especially in the second half, 66-52. They lead by 14, and at halftime, Ken, it was a 6-point game, right?
Yes, it was, and it looked like Colorado Mesa had some momentum, but every time they make a surge, MSU Moorhead comes back and answers. Now we've got a foul, 3 misses, but we've got a foul on the floor. Someone a little anxious blocking out. They got Simon Sim, his second. So Mesa gets the ball. There's Reneker.
Yeah, Reneker's going to have to keep doing that. Another good performance, 14 points for him today.
Baumgartner to Ersfeld. Ersfeld from 18. There it is.
He's in the zone.
Well, you start thinking all tournament team, there's a possibility.
Yeah.
Strong candidate.
It's a 14-point advantage here for MSU Moorhead. Ersfeld backs up, and now they'll run some offense into Berg. Berg splits the double team and scores easily. So it's now a 16-point advantage. And that is the largest lead that the Dragons have had today. Mesa with an answer. Strong drive into the paint for Owen Kuntz. Lead back to 14. Two teams trade buckets, and we near the 6-minute mark here in the second half.
Mesa, not an overly tall team, but they are not hesitant to drive the lane. They get it inside.
They do. Right now they've got to find ways to get stops.
Yeah.
But they're struggling with that. Another good move there for McGee.
17 for McGee. Previous high was 12 in the tournament against Damon. Had 9 yesterday against West Texas. Here's Kuntz, pull-up jumper from 12, and he got it. So we're trading buckets now. 14-point advantage for MSU Moorhead. And we're going to have an illegal screen called against Jess Berg. His 4th. Team foul number 7.
That's personal foul number 4. The Dragons, Jesse Berg.
It'll be Reneker to inbound. Gets it into 3.
Mavericks and Dragons.
3 at the block. Kicks it in the corner to Kuntz. Drives baseline, slams it in.
Oh, with a little flex there.
Kuntz has 12 in the second half.
He slammed that one so hard the net flipped back up and got hung up on the rim. Ooh, look at this. Coming right at you. And that's one where defensively you got to make a business decision there. Do you hang in and try to take a charge and risk getting posterized, right?
And Nick Atwood over at the table, taking a look at the monitor, seeing what he might see here. 5:07 to play, second half. Dragons up by 12. We'll take a timeout. You're watching the D2CCA Tipoff Classic, sponsored by Suddenlink.
When joints begin to fail, it's more than an inconvenience. The relentless grinding pain slows you down.
Back to action. MSU Moorhead's basketball. Sam on the wing, up top to Beninga. McGee sends it top of the key to Zimmer, and as Zimmer gives it back, he takes a step towards the bucket, makes contact. They call him for his 3rd foul. Actually, let's make that number 4. So Zimmer has 4 and Berg has 4.
Do the Mavericks have a last run in them? Maybe.
If Reneker has anything to do with it, they do. Knocks down a 3. Makes it a 9-point game. McGee up top, right side to Benninga. Long 3. Rims out, no good. Threed had the ball. Sim came in and hooked his arm and gets called for the foul. For Simon Sim, that'll be number 3.
And right now the Dragons trying to keep their composure as they see their lead being trimmed.
And they've
but still by
also
9.
committed 9 team fouls. You hear
9-3.
Chad Waltho over there saying what he views as a discrepancy in team fouls here in the half, as Threet knocks down the first. Makes them both. And it's a 7-point ball game, 72-65. We've got a timeout called by MSU Moorhead. We'll take it with them. 4:20 to play. You're watching the D2CCA Tipoff Classic, sponsored by Suddenlink.
Welcome to MetaDrive Pharmacy, Canyon's hometown pharmacy for over 32 years. We greet you by name, and our pharmacists take the time to counsel you and answer all your questions. Our Health Mart Pharmacy specializes in serving our community with fast, friendly, professional service and the highest quality medicines and health products. We accept most insurance plans, including Medicaid and Medicare, and we offer free in-town delivery to your home or business. Come visit us for all your healthcare needs.
This is what a new heart valve looks like. This is what a bypassed artery looks like. And this is what a repaired aortic aneurysm looks like. The BSA Heart and Vascular Team is here to help you live life to the fullest. From our state-of-the-art cardiac technologies to our dedicated heart specialists, our goal is to help you take the very best care of your heart so you can enjoy everything else that matters to you. BSA for life.
All right, we're back at the First United Bank Center, and things tightening up. It has been as large as a 16-point lead here for Minnesota State Moorhead in this second half, but the Mavericks won't go away. And right now we see a 7-point lead for MSU Moorhead.
The Mavericks need to get stops. Sounds simple, but it's not that easy to do when you've got the firepower that MSU Moorhead has exhibited this afternoon, especially in the second half. Here's Benninga. He'll put up a 3. Looks nice, and it is nice. That's what I'm saying right there.
Yeah.
You think you're guarding them well, and they shoot it over your head. 3 spins, loses it. Zimmer comes up with it. Missed opportunity for Colorado Mesa. And a foul outside called on Georgie Dancer. That'll be his 3rd foul.
Team foul number 5, media timeout.
And we've got another timeout. 10-point game at 75-65 in favor of Minnesota State Moorhead. You're watching the D2CCA Tipoff Classic, sponsored by Suddenlink.
For 90 years, the Lone Star Conference has been committed to excellence. What began in 1931 as a 5-team conference has grown to 18 institutions spanning 4 states. And while membership has changed, the pursuit of athletic success and academic excellence has never wavered. 119 national championships, over 2,000 All-Americans, and nearly 300 academic All-Americans. Celebrating 90 years of success, this is the Lone Star Conference.
WT student athletes drink low-fat chocolate milk post-workout because it helps replenish and restore muscles quickly to their peak potential. Scientific studies suggest that the immediate benefits of low-fat chocolate milk include boosted performance, improved training, and higher recovery rates in athletes. Add low-fat chocolate milk to your post-workout routine.
Go Bucks!
So a good response from MSU Moorhead. Sees the Dragons now leading by 10. It was cut down to 7. And then they've had a nice response. Still 3:43 to play. And a lot of balance today from the Dragons. Kent, they struggled offensively, especially yesterday in the first half against West Texas A&M. That has not been the case today. They really have put things together nicely.
4 players in double-figure scoring, led by Bryce Herfeld's 20. Jesse Berg with 12, Lorenzo McGee with 17, Jacob Meninga with 10. And as you get down the stretch, if Mesa is thinking about fouling, the Dragons 11 of 11 from the line today.
And I think they're going to be a team as the season goes on. They're difficult to play against because there's several players that can hurt you offensively. You can't focus in on 1 or even 2.
Got a jump ball. Possession arrow's going to go to the Mavericks. Colorado Mesa, 2 players in double-figure scoring, each with 17, Mac Reneker and Owen Coons. Here's Threet. To Reneker, tries to find Kuntz inside. The ball is deflected out of bounds. Ball went out the exit doors and headed to the concession stand. Popcorn and a cold Pepsi.
That's right. Maybe some nachos. Ooh.
Oh, Threet hits the backboard with the inbound. Reneker wants it in timeout. I think Tommy Johnson's going to call a jump ball here. I don't know that Mesa had possession. They did not. But they keep the basketball nonetheless. No, they don't. It goes to
Moorhead.
MSU Moorhead with the ball.
Good hustle by both sides. You love to hear that sound, right?
That sounds like the gym, doesn't it? They're just wiping up some perspiration on the floor. Here's Ersfeld outside. You would think the Dragons would milk some clock here.
He's a strong dribbler, real quick.
Meninga, he'll take a 3. No good. Rebound, Dancer in the corner, and he's going to be fouled. I think Bryce Ersfeld got him.
And that's a silly foul, and that one, Coach Wathall frustrated, not at the official, but frustrated at his team because you don't need to foul all the way down there. It stops the clock, and you let the Mavericks come down and have a chance for 2 easy points.
This will be a 2-shot opportunity.
With the clock stopped. Dancer, a 66%er on the year. This is his first attempt today, and he misfires. Gatdor Queth back in the ball game, replacing Bryce Ersfeld. Ersfeld checks out with 20 points to his credit. Dancer makes the second, cuts the Dragon lead to 9 with 2:40 to play. McGee double teamed, gets it to Queth, back to McGee. McGee drives, goes up, loses the ball. Out of bounds / touched by the Mavericks. Coming up next, the Lady Buffs of West Texas A&M will host Southwestern Oklahoma State. Tip time will be 4 p.m. A miss at the Dragon end. Rebound to Coons, who loses the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, he was trying to make a move there and just lost the handle.
And we've got a timeout taken by the Mavericks. 2:16 to play. MSU Moorhead leads it. We'll be back after this. You're watching the D2CCA Tipoff Classic, sponsored by Suddenlink.
choosing the right countertops for your kitchen can be tricky. Nowadays, there are hundreds of colors, patterns, and textures and materials that range from natural to engineered stone. Marble Depot is here for you throughout every step of the process. And yes, we do have a lot of options that might make that decision a little harder, but we're also going to ask the right questions so that you get the most out of your investment. So come by our showroom and let us help create what you've been dreaming of.
2:16 to play here at the First United Bank Center, the second game of the afternoon for the third day of the Division II CCA Tipoff Classic, sponsored by Suddenlink. Minnesota State Moorhead with a 9-point advantage over Colorado Mesa, 75-66, 2:16 showing on the clock. And much as the Mavericks have tried to come back, MSU Moorhead has always had an answer.
See some full court pressure now.
Full court pressure by the black-clad Mavericks. Gatdor Quest to get the ball inbound. And he does to Beninga. And the Dragons get it across the timeline. Baumgartner gives it to McGee. Here's Beninga.
He's in
double
trouble.
Teamed, gets it to Queth, and we've got a timeout. Head coach Chad Walthall bails his team out when they picked their dribble up.
6 seconds on that shot clock.
1:51 to play. Let's just keep it here.
Okay. Yeah, I think right now, if you're the Mavericks, you're going for steals. You don't have to foul yet. But when you get the ball offensively, it's either take it to the rack or, if you can, draw defenders and obviously look for the kick out for the three.
Yeah, the Mavericks, whatever they do, they need to do it quickly because they need multiple possessions. They also need some stops at the other end. That has proven problematic here in the second half. And the other thing is, if you foul, the Dragons have yet to miss a free throw.
You know, Kent, we're having fun on Halloween with the costumes, and had Josh Prock on at halftime talking to him about the Lady Buffs, and he likes Halloween too. And so I told him, I said, our theme today on the dress up is 80s TV movies. And I said, if you could have dressed up and joined us, what would you have? Who would you have been? And he said he would have been Kevin Bacon's character from Footloose, because he said actually he gets some people tell him he kind of looks like Kevin Bacon a little bit. And I said, well, if you're going to do that, play that role, you got to dance, Coach.
Oh, now there's a misfire by the Dragons. They tried a lob underneath to Baumgartner, who slipped going for the pass. The Mavericks hit the basketball. They need some points quick. Here's Reneker for three.
He has been so solid throughout the weekend. Mac Reneker cuts it to 6.
Mavericks need more of the same. Ersfeld to Beninga and McGee. Reneker and Threet on the double team. Here's Benj inside, loses possession, it goes out of bounds. Mavericks basketball trailing by 5.
This is very similar to our first game
6
today,
rather.
Kent, on the women's side, where it was a big lead for Drury, and then Central Missouri, the Jennies, came all the way back, only lost by 3.
These teams are too good to have blowouts.
Yeah.
We have had 2 in the tournament. Here's Threet. Gets a screen from Reneker. Gives it to Reneker to Kuntz. Kuntz double team. Kicks it back to Reneker, who goes in off the glass. Blocked by Benj. That's a game saver right there. And going the other way, Blaze Threet has to foul intentionally, although it won't be an intentional foul.
What a defensive play by Jesse Berg.
That ball goes in. It's a 4-point ball game.
6'10 junior. Defensively, see if we got that one again. That was incredible, because it looked like Reneker was going to finish, Kent. Not on that play.
Inbounds quickly to Beninga. Blocked, and the ball comes right back to him. Georgie Dancer on him. Problem is Mesa only has 6 team fouls. The next one will send the Dragons to the line.
And that was a tough spot there because there was 12 seconds on the shot clock. Do you continue to kind of let that thing run, or do you foul? They go ahead and elect to foul.
Georgie Dancer commits his 3rd personal. That'll send Gavin Baumgartner to the line, shooting twice. He is 2 of 2 today. Those shots coming in the first half. Knocks it down.
Gavin Baumgartner at the line for Minnesota State Moorhead.
And he converts them both. 77-69, up to an 8-point advantage. 35 seconds to play. Small, long 3, no good. Rebound comes down to the Dragons. Foul called.
Yeah, a couple more free throws, and this one is going to be a win for Minnesota State Moorhead.
And it's going to be Owen Kuntz picking up personal foul number 3. Lorenzo McGee at the line, shooting 1 and 1. He's got 17 points on the game. 3 have come from the free throw line. Makes the first. And he makes them both. Dancer to 3, goes in, off the glass and in. 20 seconds remaining, makes it an 8-point game at 79-71, and we've got another timeout. You're watching the D2CCA Tipoff Classic, sponsored by Sudden Link.
When joints begin to fail, it's more than an inconvenience. The relentless grinding pain slows you down and can even stop you from doing the things you enjoy in life. At Physicians Surgical Hospitals, our skilled orthopedic experts are using advanced robotic surgeries to get you back to being you sooner with a less painful recovery. We're doing more than restoring joints. We're restoring lives.
A smile is understood in any language. It represents joy, love, and shows you care. At Full Smile Dental, our mission is to build lifelong relationships once.
Dragons to inbound. They get it in to Ersfeld, and he's quickly fouled in the backcourt by Reneker. And the redshirt freshman picks up his 4th personal. Team foul number 9 charged to Colorado Mesa. That's going to send Bryce Ersfeld to the line to shoot 1 and 1. He's been at the line once before for an and 1 and converted. His first shot's good. MSU Moorhead picked to win the Northern Sun Conference this year.
You can see why.
Very solid team. Returning 5 starters from a year ago. It's been fun watching them play past 3 days. Here's 3 to Reneker. Quick 3, no good. Ball goes out of bounds. Dragons basketball, 6.1 showing on the clock. And the Dragons leading 81-71. Ball's inbounded, clock runs, ball game's over. MSU Moorhead improves to 1 and 2 on the season. The Mavericks drop to 1 and 2 on the season. Our final score, 81-71. MSU Moorhead taking the win over Colorado Mesa. We'll take a timeout and wrap it up. We'll be back at 4 o'clock with the Lady Buffs and the Dogs. You're watching the D2CCA Tipoff Classic right here on the LSC Digital Network.
For 90 years, the Lone Star Conference has been committed to excellence. What began in 1931 as a 5-team conference has grown to 18 institutions spanning 4 states. And while membership has changed, the pursuit of athletic success and academic excellence has never wavered. 119 national championships, over 2,000 All-Americans, and nearly 300 academic All-Americans. Celebrating 90 years of success, this is the Lone Star Conference.
WT student athletes drink low-fat chocolate milk post-workout because it helps replenish and restore muscles quickly to their peak potential. Scientific studies suggest that the immediate benefits of low-fat chocolate milk include boosted performance, improved training, and higher recovery rates in athletes. Add low-fat chocolate milk to your post-workout routine.
Go Bucks!
Welcome to MetaDrive Pharmacy, Canyon's hometown pharmacy for over 32 years. We greet you by name, and our pharmacists take the time to counsel you and answer all your questions. Our Health Mart Pharmacy specializes in serving our community with fast, friendly, professional service and the highest quality medicines and health products. We accept most insurance plans, including Medicaid and Medicare, and we offer free in-town delivery to your home or business. Come visit us for all your healthcare needs.
This is what a new heart valve looks like. This is what a bypassed artery looks like. And this is what a repaired aortic aneurysm looks like. The BSA Heart and Vascular Team is here to help you live life to the fullest. From our state-of-the-art cardiac technologies to our dedicated heart specialists, our goal is to help you take the very best care of your heart so you can enjoy everything else that matters to you. BSA for life.
Choosing the right countertops for your kitchen can be tricky. Nowadays, there are hundreds of colors, patterns, and textures and materials that range from natural to engineered stone. Marble Depot is here for you throughout every step of the process. And yes, we do have a lot of options that might make that decision a little harder, but we're also going to ask the right questions so that you get the most out of your investment. So come by our showroom and let us help create what you've been dreaming of.
Welcome back to the First United Bank Center, where Minnesota State Moorhead defeats Colorado Mesa 81-71. Both teams go to 1-2 on the season. We'll look forward to their season continuing in 2 weeks. Here's a look at the final stats. First, for Colorado Mesa as a team, they're 27 of 58 from the field, 46%, 8 of 20 from three-point range, 9 of 13 from the line. Individually, Mac Reneker leads them with 20 points. He also had 5 rebounds. Trevor Baskin had 7. Owen Kuntz with 17 points. Chris Speller, 1 point. Reese Johnson, 2 points, 2 boards. Georgie Dancer, 3 points, 2 boards. Jared Small, 8 points, 5 rebounds. Blaze Threet, 10 points, 8 rebounds. Trevor Baskin, 7 points, 4. And Isaac Jessup, 3 points. For MSU Moorhead, they shot 46% from the field, 28 out of 60, 8 of 20 from three-point range. The difference maker in this ball game, they were 17 of 17 from the line. They went to the line more times and made 8 more shots than what did the Colorado Mesa Mavericks. Individually, Dane Zimmer, 2 points, 6 boards. Simon Sim, 2 points, 1 board. Lorenzo McGee, 19 points, 2 rebounds. Jacob Beninga, 10 points, 2 rebounds. Gavin Bumgartner, 9 points, 4 rebounds. Jesse Berg, 12 points, 5 boards. Bryce Ersfeld, 22 points, 2 rebounds. Gabe Myron played 10.5 minutes. And Gatdor Queeth, 5 points, 2 rebounds. Points off turnovers, Colorado Mesa 18, MSU Moorhead 21. The Dragons had 2 more points in the paint, 34-36. The bench, again, even. Colorado Mesa with 37 points, MSU Moorhead with 39. Biggest lead, MSU Moorhead led by 16. The 8:33 mark of the second. Mavericks never led in this ball game, leading for 38 minutes and 32 seconds is what the Dragons did. They led from start to finish. They take a 10-point win. Congratulations to them. It was enjoyable watching the Dragons. It was fun watching the Mavericks, both two teams that are going to have strong seasons ahead of them. That's going to do it for this game. We're going to log off, and we'll be back in about 35 minutes with West Texas A&M's Lady Buffs